Right. Oh, I've not got a webcam on. 1 second. There we go. Right. Welcome to First Day Talks, episode 48, I believe, but I'm not too sure. Why is that like weirdly down? See, I'm not prepared. The light's terrible. The light is terrible. How's that? Not much better. So I'll have to do a bit more down. I don't know why I didn't prepare things beforehand. I did look at the questions. Got any questions? So if you're watching, I've not got the chat up yet. Oh my god, terrible, isn't it? All going to whoa, there we go. Right, there we go. I didn't even have my webcam on for the first bit. Say hi if you're in the chat, and please do put some questions in there because we have none. The light's a bit fuzzy. I don't know why that is. I think it's just because of outside the light exposure and stuff. But anyway, we'll have to deal with it. Maybe if I can turn my monitor now, can't I? So it doesn't really matter. Get the dressing gown out of the way. For some reason the camera doesn't look quite as good as it usually is. Am I on a different camera? How do you... Oh, I don't know where to change the camera here. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm on a different camera because I've not got my webcam in. Oh my god. Right, 1 second. We'll be there in a minute. Let me know. I should have done all this beforehand. What am I doing? Go. Here we go. Is that better? Is that much better, guys? Because I am not having a very good morning. Right. Ads. You always go live just as I'm about to leave the house. Alright, yeah, I know. I'm going to start scheduling them. I have a very sporadic schedule myself. So if I say like 1 o'clock, I might be in the middle of some work and I don't want to stop because then I won't be motivated enough to get on with it again. Because I'm like that. I need to get into like a routine. Otherwise, I can't just do work at like 10, at 10 at night for like an hour. I need to do like 2 or 3 hour periods. I don't know whether I'm making any sense. So yeah, questions in the chat, please. And now we're all on, we're all right. That is great. I'm just going to go into my click and drop thing and download me eBay orders because usually at about this time I'm doing my eBay parcels. I've not got many today actually. Got 4. Like this time last year when I was doing it, and I had like 4 and I was really impressed. But yeah, 4 is not where I want to be, with my business this time anyway. Right, yeah, so questions in the chat please, because otherwise I'm just rambling on. So I've downloaded those, so I need to refresh that. Right, I was saying I've got 3. Oh yeah. Yeah, so how's everyone's sales going as well? Because I've just looked at my numbers. I usually look at my numbers on the 24th of the month, generally because I find the 24th, what I can do is basically I've got enough time to put my plans in place so that then I'm getting sales before the end of the month. And so now my focus is listing really hard next couple of days because then that should hopefully stimulate a few sales towards the end of the month, and then it might just bump my monthly total up. Because yeah, I'm not looking good this month. Last month was over 3,000, and although that's not where I need to be, I was happy with that. Considering I've only been doing this a year and a half now. So I was happy with that. But I want next month or this month I want 4 grand plus. But that's turnover, and I imagine my net would be about 40%, something along those lines. But yeah, I mean, next year I'd like 3 grand plus a month every month, if not more. But yeah, so it's not where I want to be. But yeah, so as everyone else's sales, so got some more people in the chat. Caroline says not too bad. Someone's having they're having chats in the chat. Caroline says morning. Smart Reselling says morning. Chat as well. Come on, guys, give me some questions. You're killing me here. I don't know whether we're on the 30-second delay or not. So anyway, but yeah, so anyway, we'll have to see if December's better. I think the one reason my sales have been slow is because of these shipments taking forever to get in. Although saying that, you know, my 100 item one I did on Monday, it's already gone in. It went in yesterday. It's like one of the quickest shipments that's ever gone live. So that's weird. That is really weird. I've had a 74 item one that's still pending after like 13 days. Not pending, but you know, like just saying delivered. But then my 100 item one went in like crazy quick. So I don't even know what that is. I mean, that's just weird. But yeah, I got some great sales on FBA yesterday. Neil is in the chat. Ryan's in the chat. Maybe this time is a good time to do it. I didn't think it would be, because I was going to do it at 1, but then I thought, you know what, I'll just do it now. Caroline said, I like the picture in your background. Yeah, that one is really, really nice. Basically, the further away from it you are, I've said this in a video before, I talk far too much about my pictures. The further away from it you are, the better it looks. That was actually going to go in the bin when I was working at the auction house, but I did save a lot of the photos, pictures, watercolors, oil on canvases from the bin because I don't like things like that going to waste. Anything that I can utilize, it is great, really. You know, I don't want things going in the bin. And it's like people scrapping silver items and stuff that are really ornate. It's horrible, really. Why would you do it? Question, Darren Smart. If you could only choose one platform to start on. What? Oh my God, this is so funny. I had that question from, I don't know who it is. But from someone on my last video, but I chose to not answer it because I've answered it about 10 times in other Thursday Talks episodes. So that is really weird you've asked that one. If I had to choose one right now, I'd still say eBay, but it's getting to that point where I really do like Amazon, and on a lot of days my Amazon is outperforming my eBay. Like yesterday I had 100 quid on Amazon and I did like 50 or 60 quid on eBay. It was a pretty poor day on eBay, so I'm getting to that point where I'm like, I like Amazon more just because it's performing, but I do like picking up those unique items, and the only place you can really sell them is eBay. When I say unique items, I mean like, I don't know, just weird, cool look, like those cars I had the other day, and just weird, cool, out of the box sort of things. And you can't really sell them on Amazon. So, well, I suppose you might be able to somehow, like make a listing or whatever. But yeah, so I do like eBay for that side of it, but I'm really sort of starting to like Amazon now as well. But I would say eBay. I'd say eBay, yeah. Someone said VJ all things. Morning everyone, finally made it to a live chat. Yeah, my ones are quite sporadic. You have to sort of catch them when you catch them, essentially. But yeah, so any more questions, do pop them in the chat. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I'm really behind this week. I was going to do an FBA shipment next week, but it's looking like I will do one, but it's looking like probably a 50 item shipment at best. But yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes. I did say I wanted to focus on eBay this week, and I have been doing. I've got 734 active listings now, which is up from about 16 on Sunday. But I have been having sales, so that's what sort of limited the growth, and I haven't been listing as much as I could do. I've been doing between 10 and 15 a day, which for me is quite good at the moment, because over the last sort of 3 weeks I've not even been hitting that, so it's better than it has been. But yeah, I mean, still not where it needs to be. I need to be doing a few more than that, really. But by the time the weekend comes, it'll be back on to listing for Amazon, really, and getting another shipment up. Because yeah, so that was awesome, really. As I say, I had over £100 yesterday on Amazon. That was because my shipment went in. I'm hoping to do another £100 or so today, because again, you know, it's second day after my shipment's gone in. But yeah, so eBay's not been going bad, but I've not been putting many higher value items on. They've mainly been lower. You know, sort of anywhere between £5 to £15. And I really want to be moving away from that. Yeah, I'm starting to, you know, I've still been putting them on. So it's a little bit annoying, but I am definitely going to be sourcing some more higher value items come the weekend. I've not got the car at the moment. My mum's got the car at work, so I could go on the train or whatever, but I just think, you know, I've got things to list here anyway. So I'll list those, and then when I've got the car on Saturday, go sourcing again. And I've got some job lots coming as well, which is always good. Some tins, some Lego minifigures I'm going to bundle up and do bundles with instead of putting them on individually. Because I'm not messing around with £3 items really anymore. I don't really want to be doing that. And what else have I got coming? And I've got a few bits and bobs from Amazon FBA. I'm not going to divulge what they are, because some of them are like awesome profit margins. Like I've sniped them off eBay for like, I don't know, 20 quid, and they're going to get me 80 quid back. But if I tell you, you're just going to go on eBay and search that item, and there's loads of them on there. And I could buy them all up, but I'm doing a bit of a tester first. I've just bought 2, and we're at a phenomenal rank in video games, about 800 in video games, which is pretty good, to be fair. And they are insane profits, but I can't just tell you. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't. That just doesn't make good business sense. But yeah, it'll be great for me anyway. Who's it? Caroline says, question, if you could only sell in one eBay category, what would it be? If you asked me this in 10 years, right, I would probably say, well, I don't know. I mean, you don't know what would happen in 10 years, but the way I see my business going is going a little bit more towards antiques, paintings, things like that, all that sort of stuff. Maybe not glassware, but ceramics, things like that. But I want to do that later on in my life. I don't want to do that now. My granddad has a philosophy that if you achieve your dream too fast, then you've got nothing to achieve for the rest of your life, and then you're bored. So he said to me, don't rush to achieve your dreams. He said, just take it nice and slow, do what you're doing, and then when you get to your dream, you know, when you're like 40 or 50 or whatever, you'll have a bit more sense of pride. So yeah, I want to do that later on in my life. There's plenty of time for that, and I am going to do it. I'm not going to be one of those people at 80 who say, oh, I wish I had done that. But yeah, so I'd say probably either antiques, or the main one for me at the moment is video games. Probably video games, antiques, or I don't know, maybe Lego. But I mean, I like that, as you can see behind me. There's loads. I've had a rearrange of the sets. But yeah, I think some of them have fell off and stuff. I mean, that exo suit up there isn't positioned right. So maybe Lego, but that's more of a personal thing now. I mean, I do sell a lot of Lego, but I like personally building that and stuff rather than selling it. I did used to sell a lot more than I do now. Right, these bloody resellers keeping all these secrets to themselves. You're so right, ads. This is Caroline. I had a nice snipe flip yesterday, 21 to 80 quid. That's great. Yeah, and as I say, if you just tell people these things, for one, they're not going to grow as a reseller themselves, and for two, you're just giving it away. You're literally giving it away, and then it's harming your business. Obese Lemon YT question: where do you see the business in 5 years? In my own home would be a good one. 5 years, 25. Yeah, 25. I know that the average like age for people leaving home now is a bit older than that. I think it's like 26 or something now. But I'd like to have my own home, and I'd just fill it with crap. I'd get a girlfriend or a wife or whatever who loves reselling. That is the dream, and just both like do it to like absolutely kill it. And just take over the house, literally live with like boxes. Like this has always been my dream. I would love a house. I said to my mum and dad, I would love a house. This is like 5 years ago. I'd love a house with no windows and one exit and one entrance, and it would just be full of stuff. I'm a guy who loves material items. I never used to be. I used to be a guy who, oh my God, if you knew me like 6 years ago, I was so much different. I would say I was wiser, but I was more like a bit of a dick because I thought I knew more than I actually did. And I was like, like young people are, like you're cocky, you think you know everything. Now I suppose I'm a little bit more refined. I'm not where I want to be with my intellect, of course. There's so much more I want to know and I want to do. But by the time I'm 50, 55, you watch me when I'm 50, 55, I'll be bloody awesome. But yeah, for the moment, I'm just sort of doing what I can. What was my original point? I forgot what my original point was. Oh yeah, I would just, in 5 years' time, just killing it. Loads of stock, loads of good money invested in good stocks. Fast selling stock as well, not things that are gonna like hang around for years and years and years. So invest a lot of money invested in good stock, and a strong business. A business that is worth a good amount of money. And if I sold it to someone, I'd get a good sum for it. Really, working hard, working the way I'd like, and then by the time I hit 28, 29, something like that, have a kid. I don't know. I'd like a daughter. I'm sure a lot of you will know that about me. I think I've said it before, but I'd like a daughter. One daughter would be my sort of. Yeah, Neil says, always sell what you're passionate about. That way you will always put a lot of effort into it. Yeah, I agree. I'm 51. I'm bloody awesome. Neil says, yeah, I agree. I don't know. There's something about like your 40s and 50s that I just think like you get so awesome. I don't know what it is, life experience or something, because I've always looked at my mum and she's 48 now. I don't know whether she wants me to say that, but she's 48 now, and oh my God, she's awesome at whatever she does. She's so quick at it. I'll tell you now, right? She's packaged a few of my items with me. I'm not ashamed to say that. And she's quicker than me at doing it. And she does not do this like regularly at all. Like she will do this every now and then if I've got tons and tons and tons to do it, to wrap. But she's so quicker than me, and I get really disheartened because I'm like, am I a good reseller or what? Because like she just walks in and then she'll just do it so quick, and it'll be like, what the hell? What am I doing? Am I actually good at this? Is this the right thing for me? But yeah, she's just awesome at whatever she does. I mean, she puts a lot of time and effort into family and work as well in her work, and she's just crazy. So that's why I've always got that thing in the back of my mind that when you get to that sort of age, you get really awesome, because most of the people I know, even I know a couple of people of my friends, mums and dads, who are in the 60s, and they are like well awesome. They're going on hikes, like 4 or 5 hour hikes. My granddad's 74, and he's still working he gets up at like 7 and he's not back till 6 or 7 at night. And he does garage clearances, and he sells things for various different people. He is like an eBay reseller, but he sells a lot higher value items than me. I mean, he sold things in the thousands and stuff. So, but he's awesome. So that's why I have that mentality of like the older you get, the more awesome you get. Ian Wedderburn, I'm sorry, I probably pronounced that wrong. Do you require immediate payment on your eBay listing? No, but I'm looking into it. I never even knew you could do it till, I don't know, 6 months ago or something, and I've not really looked into it enough. But yeah, I think that might be a good thing to do, to be fair. I know a lot of people have it. I think Caroline and Neil, who are in the chat, I think they have it. I don't know, but I think it might be good. Yeah, I think it might be quite good to do that. Obviously, I don't think you can have it with best offer. I don't know whether there's some initiative to work out a way that you can have it with best offer. But yeah, I mean, it seems pretty good because you're obviously people are paying there and then. You know, you're not waiting for people to pay. But yeah, so it's definitely something I'm looking into. But at the moment, no, I don't have it on, and I've not had it on. I didn't used to have it on years ago when I did reselling years ago. Smart Reselling asks, question, how many hats will you own when you're 55? Oh, you don't? Oh, Neil doesn't have immediate payment on. I thought he did. Yeah, I think, does Caroline then? If Caroline's still in the chat, just pop down whether you do. But yeah, I don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't have a clue. I've not looked into it enough. Smart Reselling says, I do have immediate on all mine. You're right about best offer, can't do it for that, or GSP sales. Smart Reselling asks, question, how many hats will you own when you're 55? Well, I'm being buried. I'm actually being buried in my top hat that I have that is God knows where at the moment, but I am actually being buried in that. And then all my hats, when I am, when, you know, in my will, I will, if my kids don't want them or any relatives don't want them or friends don't want them, all being donated to charity just because what else am I going to do with them? I don't want them going to landfill. But yeah, my top hat I'll be buried in. So it's sort of, as I get older, I'll be wheedling out more and more of the hats and keeping the better ones. But like any collector, you have entry-level collectors, and then your collection grows in quality. At the moment, mine's entry-level. Mine's like just loads of different random hats that are from Matalan, or, you know, not great brands or anything like that. I want to have hats, a hat collection that's maybe 10 or 20 hats that I wear regularly, but that are really, really nice quality. You know, Harris tweed flat caps and things like that, or even maybe, you know, better quality if I can get that. I don't even know what would be better quality than Harris tweed, but anyway, I've not done enough research. You know, like really good quality antique top hats, bowlers. Oh, what's the one I really want? Havana hats? No, I don't even know what it's called, but you know the one, like, not Breaking Bad, Panama hat, that's it. I want a Panama hat, like a really good quality Panama hat. I want a new fez because my fez got stolen. I want a new umbrella hat because that got broken. And I want a new beer hat. I had, you know, the beer hats. I actually had one of them, but it broke. Oh my! And then I've had many hats that are burnt. Like I've said this in other videos. Had many hats that are burnt and stuff. And it's a shame because some of the ones that were burnt or thrown out of train windows were quite nice, and it's a bit annoying. Caroline says, oh god, the chat's going fast here for me. It's not even going that fast, but it looks like it is. Caroline just came back into the office and heard my name. Yeah, I was saying, Caroline, do you have immediate payment required on? Because I don't, but we were talking about it. Oh yeah, Caroline says, I love immediate payment. Wouldn't be without it. Obese, God, this is hard. Obese Lemon, I'm talking so much. I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? Obese Lemon YT, I'm shying away from immediate payment now. I see it as a potential restriction for possible buyers. Yeah, very true. It could be. Smart Reselling, same here, Caroline. I find it helps weed out the actual buyers to the ones who just like the possibility of going through with the purchase. Who steals affairs? oh God, who was it now? A couple of girls stole it on Halloween. On Halloween 20, well, it must have been 2013. Oh God, what have I done now? On Halloween 2013, I dressed up, or 2012 maybe. I was about 16, 17. It was the last proper Halloween I did. I dressed up as Doctor Who, Matt Smith's Doctor Who, and of course by that time, in his like span as the Doctor, he was wearing a fez fairly regularly, or he wore it every now and then. So I did that. I wore the fez, and then it got stolen. I had my sonic screwdriver. I've got. Oh no, it's not in there. It's downstairs. I had me tweed jacket with the elbow patches, everything, and my fez got stolen. Um, it wasn't an authentic, like, I don't know, Turkish. Is it Turkish for fez? It wasn't like an authentic one from years ago, and that's the kind of one I want. But they're probably quite costly. I've not looked recently, but I'm sure it was quite costly. If you want an original one, well, not an original one, but you know, an authentic or half authentic one at least. Because obviously, like the real authentic ones from like hundreds of years ago, I don't think they'd be around anymore. But maybe from, I don't know, 100 years ago. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know whether any of this is right. So, but yeah, I just want an old one, basically. I'll just say that I want an old one. But I just had a cheap plasticky party one. But that's how it got stolen. Some girls robbed it off me on Halloween 2012 or 2013. Agreed, for me, it made no difference to the level of sales. Oh, this is just talking about immediate payment. Yeah. So, any more questions before I sign off? Because I've got to, as I say, I've got to do my eBay orders now. Print them off on click and drop. Right. Yeah, I need to do that in a minute. I'm trying to do two things at once. Let's finish Thursday talks before I start doing my eBay orders. Otherwise, it'll just be terrible. So yeah, thanks for the activity in the chat. Don't forget, after this video is uploaded, to put all your questions and comments down below for Thursday Talks episode 50. Anyone who's in the chat right now, I've said this on previous videos, but I've not had anyone contact me yet. So anyone in the chat right now, or anyone who's watching this video after it's gone out properly, on the channel, if you are a reseller who does YouTube, I'm looking at Smart Reselling and Caroline in the chat. I know Scott's in the chat, Neil's in the chat. I don't know, Geordie Reseller, so Chris is in the chat. I missed that one. But any of you who do YouTube, please contact me because I need your help for Thursday Talks episode 50, and it will be a real good one, but I just need some help from other people, and it's getting quite close to the deadline now. I believe this is episode 48. I don't know. I just put that on the title. So we're only a couple of weeks off episode 50, and I really need to get going with recording it, because it's going to be in segments. So I really need your help, guys. So any reseller YouTuber, please contact me either on my Facebook page or on my Facebook Messenger thing on my profile. And yeah, also don't forget, guys, drop questions down below for the 50th special, because I need everyone's help to make it the best video yet, the best Thursday talk yet. And yeah, we'll see what I can come up with. So I'll leave it there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I think we've done a fairly good few minutes there. I think we're up to like 20 or 30 minutes now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I will see you in the next one. See you very soon, guys.